Come on, say it. Am I being unreasonable right now in wanting you to say my name? Was it not you who courted me? Say it. ЦЗИНЬ. But alas, you seem quite the shy type, despite that moment of courage. Calm down. Relax. This is but a first meeting. Well, second, as it would be. You're quite adorable when you're flustered. No offense to your efforts or your resolve. The only thing I'll say is, well, shall I welcome you? Or is it that you had something else in mind? Cutting right to the chase. My question is not that at all. Instead, I wish to know why. Isn't it obvious? I wish to get to know you. Isn't that what you would normally do when courting someone? Welcome. Or otherwise, how have you traveled the stars with those eyes? Not very long you've been searching, no doubt. Pardon, I do not mean to poke too much fun at you. Just have some faith. To think I would be the one saying that. But with you, you seem like you needed it. Not because you're lacking in some other area, but because your confidence is simply not there yet. It must be, at least in a sense. Your general is here. You, a nameless individual under my command, formerly nameless individual, who saw the stars. I envy you. I do not get to see them, and yet I admonish you that I can see those stars through the glistening of your own wonderful gaze. You can take that kiss. However your mind can wander. There is no proper way. Do not fret. As for what this is, what we are now, I suppose courting doesn't suit it quite yet. In fact, what we are is more curious, don't you think? I have pulled some strings to even get you here, at the top of this mighty ship. Is it surreal? Are you the envy or the lament of those who rumor you? I wonder. Being the general that I am, at least for now, I've come to learn a lot about my crew and those stationed under me. This is no different. But you very much are. I can't help but see something I long thought lost in that expression, in the subtleties where our eyes don't quite meet. I enjoy that side to you. I do so enjoy what it feels like to be alive, don't you? But then again, the philosophers and those who study things far more than me have yet to come with a conclusion. What is it that we live for for so long. And I say, for fun. It's the most irresponsible thing I've ever said as the resting general. I say resting as an irony. I do not get much of that. But if you don't mind, I'll be borrowing this lap of yours. It's fun looking up at you. And not that bad. Quite comfortable. Just plump enough. Don't look at me like that. Isn't it satisfying? Seeing me when you look down. Your reactions. They do appease me. It makes me feel alive. I long for that feeling. Do you think you could give it to me? When I said this was a date, I'll have to apologize. Time does not constrain for it to be what would normally be considered one. However, this is a date in the sense of a promise. Make no mistake. I wish to be closer to you, which is more than I could say for most. So many have ulterior motives, yet you wear your heart on your sleeve in such a way that I have grown fond of. Please forgive me. I may have had an unnatural, possibly illegal hobby of monitoring you. There was a good reason at first. You see, back when you returned, we had to make sure no stellarons or any kind of outward corruption had taken you. The one I worried for the most was the Antimatter Legion. Given the events that transpired here not long ago, I have wary trust, and I cannot give it easily. You know how many lives sit on my shoulders. The burden, while it may be heavy, is not one you need concern yourself with. You are a respite from that. As selfishly as I would like to not admit it, that respite is very important to me. I see you and I want to hope again. I want to dream like when I was a little boy. But even then, dreams come to an end. And I do not wish for that. How do you see me? What am I to you? Might I ask? Pardon. I seem to have gotten just a bit too confident. Even those of us with more power than most, we have our limitations. Only those blessed by the stars can truly have freedom. I envy them to a certain extent. But what I see, without fail, is hope in your eyes. That is something I crave the most of all. Would it be wrong of me to inquire as to what gives you the most hope? Well, I'm honored you would tell me. Please, just relax. I'm not questioning you on any official matter. I just wanted to get to know you. Then, do you have a favorite star? A question I haven't gotten the ability to ask in a long time. It's always point A to point B. I hate questions like that. And I hate my job title, for the record. That's why I always insist it's temporary. There's more to it than that, but I'll spare you the details. Just know, I enjoy questions where you don't have to answer. Questions that don't always even have an answer. Like a question of if you would want to do this again. Such a frail answer. Don't feel like you're shoehorned into it just because of who I am. I would never betray you, nor would I use this against you. And I almost feel as though I owe you. That's not why I'm doing it. Not out of pity, not out of obligation, but out of pure interest and admiration. So, will you say my name this time? That's it. Wasn't too hard, I hope. But when you did it make you a tinge embarrassed? Perhaps a bit excitable? Possibly something more than that? A good answer for a good question. Tell me, do you think you could see yourself by my side? Or is it perhaps just a dream? This is going to sound stupid, but I indeed did see us together in some sort of bastardized vision of the future. That's what I'd call my dream there. As when I was watching you, I came to admire you greatly. I'm sure you know it comes with no hesitation that I wish to court you back. And to think you would be so bold as to wind up here in the first place. I admire it. In fact, I enjoy it most thoroughly. Now, as much as it shames me, I do need to get back to work. A busy man, unfortunately, has so little free time. But that changes next time, when you have my full attention. Please forgive me. I wanted it to be longer, but if I don't fill the role of what people expect of me, this entire ship would fall to chaos. Now, do not think I won't be watching, and do not hesitate to approach me. I will give you my full attention, no matter what. You who is bold in professing things. Thank you. It feels good to be wanted. Oh, and trust me, given the circumstances, I would push you down right now, if given ample desire and opportunity. Make no mistake. I see the feeling's mutual. To think you'd put my back against the wall. The audacity. Are you committing mutiny? Then perhaps so too am I, in a sense. That one was truly something I won't forget. Don't you dare forget it either. It is a challenge, then, that when next we meet, we continue this powerful, passionate story in a much more enthralling way.